All right, let's talk about something you see every single day. We're going to dig into a question about some super common products. Are they food or are they medicine? We're about to explore the really surprising world of things that kind of claim to be both. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You've seen them everywhere. That protein bar with extra vitamins, the juice that says it supports heart health, or maybe a powder that promises you better focus. But what are these things? Like really? Scientifically? Legally? The answer? Well, it pulls back the curtain on a massive and, frankly, pretty confusing global industry. Okay, to really get a handle on this world, we have to start with the word that basically created it, nutraceutical. It's this mashup of nutrition and pharmaceutical. And honestly, it just perfectly captures that blurry line between what we eat for fuel and what we take to feel better. Now, what's so interesting is where this all came from. The term was coined way back in 1989 by Dr. Stephen DeFelice, and his definition was kind of revolutionary. He said it's a food that provides real health benefits, including preventing or even treating a disease. I mean, think about that. It was a radical idea at the time, this idea that food could actually act like medicine. And this is where you start to see just how huge this category really is. Don't just picture a vitamin pill in a bottle. The nutraceutical umbrella, it covers pretty much everything from your daily multivitamin and herbal supplements to fortified juices, those protein powders, energy drinks, and even probiotic yogurts. It is a massive, massive family of products. So you'd think if you have one product, it's treated the same way everywhere, right? Well, with nutraceuticals, not even close. And this is where things get really, really complicated. Here's the most important thing to get your head around. There is no single global rulebook for these products. Zero. Zilch. The way one country defines a vitamin-infused drink can be completely different from its next-door neighbor. And that creates this incredible regulatory maze for literally everyone involved. And the stakes here? They're huge. We're talking about a global market that's projected to hit $373 billion by 2025. So this isn't some niche corner of the health world. It's a gigantic, mainstream industry that's trying to operate in this totally fractured regulatory system. Just to see what I mean, let's look at two of the biggest markets out there, the US and the EU. So in the United States, these products are called dietary supplements. They live in their own special category, separate from food and from drugs. This whole approach comes from a 1994 law that really prioritized consumer access and freedom of choice. But hop over to the European Union, and they're called food supplements. They're regulated simply as a type of food, which shows a much more cautious, safety-first philosophy. And you see this pattern all over the world. In India, it's a food for special dietary use. In Australia, it's considered a complementary medicine, which puts it way closer to being a drug. Then you've got Canada, where it's a natural health product. Now, can you imagine trying to design one single label for that product? It's impossible. Each of those names brings a totally different rulebook and a different government agency you have to answer to. So while all the governments are kind of stuck in this regulatory mess, the market itself is not waiting around. Not at all. It's surging ahead, and it's being driven by one major force: you, the consumer. Seriously, your preferences are completely reshaping what these products are and what they promise to do. When we look ahead, there are 4 key trends that are really defining the future of this whole space. It really all boils down to personalization, sustainability, making things convenient, and this huge shift to selling products directly to you online. Now, the biggest of these trends, you could argue, is personalization. The old idea of just taking a generic one-size-fits-all multivitamin is quickly becoming, well, outdated. We now want solutions that are tailored specifically to our bodies and our lifestyles. And what's amazing is that technology is actually making this happen. Companies are now using new developments in genetics and even artificial intelligence to create super specific supplement formulas. I mean, just imagine a vitamin blend designed only for you based on your own unique biological data. That's not science fiction. That's where this industry is going. And right alongside that, we're seeing this powerful demand for something called a clean label. We want to know exactly what's in our product, right? No weird artificial additives. But it goes even further than that. People are also demanding ingredients that are ethically sourced and packaging that's eco-friendly. Transparency isn't a bonus anymore, it's the absolute bare minimum. Okay, so you've got this complex regulatory world on one side and this super fast-moving, innovative market on the other. So how do you make smart choices? This is where your power as an informed consumer really comes into play.
So, how do you navigate all this? Well, it really comes down to three things. First, really scrutinize the health claims. There's a huge difference between a health claim, which might say it supports something, and a medicinal claim, which says it can treat a disease. That's usually reserved for actual drugs. Second, look for third-party seals like GMP. That stands for Good Manufacturing Practice. It's your clue that the product was made under strict quality control. And finally, remember to vote with your wallet. When you support brands that are transparent and sustainable, you send a really powerful message to the entire industry.
So, what does this all boil down to? In a market that's still being defined and debated by governments all over the world, the most powerful force for change is actually us. It's the collective choice of consumers. Our demand for quality, for transparency, and for products that actually work is what's going to shape the future of this entire industry. And that leaves us with a really fascinating thought to chew on. As science and technology keep moving forward, making our nutrition more and more personal, more and more powerful, are we even going to be able to tell the difference between our pharmacy and our pantry in the future? It's a question that I think we're all going to see answered in the years ahead.